This is my guitar tuner. This is the Arduino microcontroller here. This is my LCD display, a power supply, a digital to analog, or analog to digital conversion circuit, and the ribbon cable that connects all the pins on the Arduino to the pins on the breadboard. So our power supply takes the 9-volt come out of this DC jack and puts it through a 7805, which steps down the voltage from 9 volts to 5 volts. That 5 volts is then connected to the rails on the breadboard, which is used to power the op amps, the comparator, and the LCD. Currently the Arduino is running off the power supplied by the USB cable from the computer, but it also has a jack and could run off the 5 volts of this as well. So look at the beginning of the circuit. Here is the jack that connects to the guitar, just a 1/4 inch mono cable, mono jack that then is divided up. One of the sides is grounded, the other connects into the circuit. This is the isolation capacitor that essentially removes any DC bias from the circuit, so we just have the alternating voltage portion of it. And then we have the resistors. We have a pair of resistors and this potentiometer that controls essentially the amount of bias we re-add to the signal. That then goes through these two op amps and is amplified and filtered. The filter is here with these two resistors and these capacitors. Then it goes through the kind of voltage protection to protect the comparator, and then the output signal from the comparator as well, through these diodes. And then it comes to the comparator here, which is compared to essentially half or 2.5 volts. The analog signal is compared to 2.5 volts, and when it's high we get a digital high. When the signal's below that we get a low signal. That is then comes over here to the ribbon cable. Ribbon cable comes back over here and is read at one of the digital pins of the microcontroller here. And the microcontroller then has all the Arduino, has all the code on there to measure the frequency and things like that. The LCD is controlled by these 6 pins here on the coming out of the microcontroller. Those are wired back over here. The contrast of the LCD is adjustable with this potentiometer here. You can see that changing. And then this other potentiometer changes the note that we're measuring. So currently you see we're measuring an E. If I rotate this, we can see we go to A, D, G, and then back to E. And that voltage comes out here. This blue wire comes back through the pin and is read here through one of the analog input pins. To demonstrate the tuner, get my guitar. Oops. A little closer so you can see the screen. You can see, oops, I'll make it artificially low. So you can see we're low, which is indicated by this arrow here next to the flat. As we increase, you can see the measured frequency here increasing, and the arrows increasing up until we reach desired value. It's a little finicky. There we go. And so now that string is in tune.